Imagine you are standing on a balcony that doesn't exist yet, a platform of black rock, floating in the dead center of the Milky Way, 1 trillion years from now. You look up. There is no moon. There is no Sunday. There is nothing but a single, dim, red ember hanging in a sky so black it feels like it's swallowing you. You are looking at the last star in the galaxy. And it's dying. Right now, tonight, when you look up at the night sky, you're seeing a lie. You're seeing abundance. 200 billion stars, burning, blazing, filling the dark with light. It feels permanent. It feels like it will always be there. It won't. The galaxy is running out of fuel. Not someday in some vague, comfortable future, right now, in this exact moment, the Milky Way is slowly bleeding out, and nothing in the universe can stop it. Here's what that actually means. And why it should terrify you. The beautiful lie. From here, the galaxy looks eternal. The spiral arms glow with nurseries of newborn stars, blue-white infants, only a few million years old, wrapped in clouds of glowing gas like something out of a dream. Orion. The Pleiades. Nebulae bursting with color, forges where gravity crushes hydrogen into light. It looks like a machine that will run forever. But something is wrong. Every second, stars are born. And every second, stars die. For billions of years, that balance held, birth and death, roughly equal, a galaxy breathing in and out. But the books don't balance anymore. The gas is running out. The raw material, the hydrogen clouds that stars are built from, is being used up faster than the galaxy can replace it. You are watching a fire that is slowly running out of wood. And you're too small, and too fast-lived, to notice the flames getting smaller. Phase 1, the slow starvation. Here's the problem. Star formation isn't like a switch that turns off. It's a countdown. Astronomers who model the future of the Milky Way have calculated that active star formation, the birth of new suns, will essentially end within the next few trillion years. Not because the galaxy explodes. Not because of some cosmic catastrophe. Because it simply runs dry. Right now, the Milky Way still has clouds of cold hydrogen gas drifting through its spiral arms, feeding stellar nurseries. But those clouds are finite. Every time a new star ignites, that gas is locked away, burned into heavier elements, or blown back into space too hot and too thin to ever collapse into a star again. It's a one-way process. You cannot unburn a star. And this is where things change. As the gas thins out, star formation doesn't stop evenly, it stutters. Fewer nurseries. Fewer blue giants. The galaxy, which once looked like a fireworks show frozen in time, starts to look duller. Redder. Older. Because the biggest, brightest stars, the blue supergiants, burn out fast, in a few million years, and there's nothing left to replace them. But that's not even the worst part. Phase 2, the reddening. Picture the sky, not tonight, but 100 billion years from now. The brilliant blue-white stars are gone. Every single one. What's left are the small, cold, stubborn ones, red dwarfs, stars so faint you can barely see them from a few light years away, and so slow-burning that some of them will keep glowing for 10 trillion years. The galaxy is dying, but it's dying in slow motion, star by star, color draining out of the sky like blood from a wound. Here's the truly disturbing part, this isn't a distant hypothetical happening to some other galaxy. It's happening to the one you live in. Right now. The Milky Way's star formation rate has already dropped dramatically compared to its peak, billions of years ago, when it was forging new suns at many times today's pace. You are living in the twilight, not the dawn. And it gets worse. Phase 3, the collision no one can stop. There's another danger converging on this story, one written in gravity, not fire. The Andromeda galaxy, over 2 trillion stars strong, is not sitting still. It is falling toward us, right now, at roughly 250,000 miles per hour, pulled in by the mutual gravity between our two galaxies. In a few billion years, Andromeda and the Milky Way will collide. This won't look like fireworks. Stars are so far apart that almost none will actually hit each other directly. But gravity will tear both galaxies apart and rebuild them, flinging stars into new, chaotic orbits, ripping apart the graceful spiral shape you know tonight, and eventually fusing everything into a single, formless elliptical galaxy scientists have already nicknamed Milkomeda. That collision will trigger one final, violent burst of star formation, gas clouds slamming into each other, collapsing, igniting. A last fireworks show before the dark. Then nothing. Ever again. But here's the problem nobody talks about. Phase 4, the unknown danger. Even the red dwarfs, the survivors, the stubborn embers built to outlast everything, are not truly safe. Some of the smallest ones flare violently, blasting their nearby space with radiation intense enough to strip the atmosphere off any planet unlucky enough to be close. If life ever clung to a world around one of these dying stars, it would be living under a sky that occasionally tries to kill it. And there's something even stranger waiting in the models. As the galaxy ages past its final generation of stars, black holes, stellar remnants, and the supermassive monster at the galactic center, will begin to matter more than stars ever did. Gravity doesn't die when the light goes out. It just goes quiet. Waiting. Some physicists believe that far enough into the future, even those black holes will evaporate, slowly, through a process called Hawking radiation, a whisper of energy leaking out over spans of time so long that comparing them to the current age of the universe is like comparing a heartbeat to the ocean. There is no safe scenario. There is no ending here that looks like rescue. The feeling, not the facts. Forget the numbers for a second. Feel it instead. Imagine standing under a sky with one star left. Not a sky full of stars slowly fading, a sky with one single point of red light, and utter blackness everywhere else, stretching in every direction, forever. No warmth reaches you. No other light competes with it. You are more alone, standing under that sky, than any human being has ever been in the entire history of our species. That is not a metaphor. That is a physical description of where this galaxy, your galaxy, is heading. Every star you can see tonight is a countdown clock. Every one of them is spending fuel it cannot get back. The universe does not replenish what it burns. It only spends. The final truth. Here's what makes this different from every other cosmic horror story. It's not sudden. There is no explosion, no single moment of annihilation you could point to and say, that's when it ended. It is a fade. A long, patient, unstoppable fade, happening in exactly this moment, at exactly this second, as you read these words. You will never see it. No human ever will. But it is already begun. The universe was never built to last. It was built to burn, brilliantly, briefly, and then never again. And the terrifying, humbling truth is this: everything you have ever loved, every sunrise, every star you've wished on, every point of light in the sky above you tonight, is a candle burning in a room with no more matches. We are not looking up at eternity. We are looking up at an ending that has already started, and we just happen to be alive early enough to still call it beautiful. You will never see it. No human ever will. But it has already begun. The universe was never built to last. It was built to burn, brilliantly, briefly, and then, eventually, to fall silent. And perhaps that is the most terrifying part of all. Not that the stars will die. Not that galaxies will collide. Not that one day the darkness will become almost absolute. But that everything we experience as permanent is temporary. Every sunrise. Every sunset. Every star you've ever wished upon. Every point of light scattered across the sky tonight. Every beautiful moment you have ever witnessed exists for only a tiny fraction of cosmic time. The universe does not replenish what it burns. It only spends. And somewhere, unimaginably far in the future, there will come a night when the sky is almost completely empty. No brilliant blue giants. No glowing nebulae. No familiar constellations. No vast rivers of starlight crossing the heavens. Only darkness. And perhaps, somewhere in that darkness, one final red ember will remain. A tiny star, quietly burning the last of its ancient fuel. For a moment, it will be the brightest thing left in existence. And then even that light will fade. No explosion. No final scream. No dramatic ending. Just silence. A universe slowly running out of light. So when you look up tonight, don't think you're looking at eternity. You're looking at something far more remarkable. You're looking at a universe that is still alive. Still burning. Still creating light. And somehow, against impossible odds, we are here to witness it. The darkness is coming. But not tonight. Tonight, the stars are still shining.